Hello, welcome to RC Video Reviews. Today we're taking a first look at the SG908 quadcopter by ZLL. Before I get into the content, I need to let you know the video is sponsored by Banggood. I'd like to say thanks to Banggood for sending this unit out for review, and to remind you guys, if you'd like to score this drone for yourself, I've got an affiliate link in the description. It really helps out if you use those affiliate links because the channel gets a little bit of a referral commission from Banggood, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. I also want to remind you, if you're in the market for a quadcopter like this SG908, or RC airplanes, or electronics, or radios, make sure to check Banggood out. They've been a very good partner to RC Video Reviews, sending me equipment so I can give you guys a first look before you spend your money. So let's return the favor by giving Banggood a look if you're in the market for RC gear. Alright, let's get started. You probably know I don't have a habit of actually unboxing products on video, but in this case I wanted to show you the box because this is how it arrived. It came in a plastic bag in this exterior box, and there's just no damage at all. Everything looks really good on the outside. Alright, let's see what's inside. Right away you're greeted with a nice little bag with a ZLL logo. Let's get this thing out of the box. As I unpack the drone, I'd like to go over a couple of key features to explain to you guys why I picked this one for review. The first one is that it has brushless motors. I don't like the idea of running brush motors on quads. I know they'll do the job, but I really prefer brushless motors for myself. The second reason is because it comes with a GPS and return to home. And not only does it have GPS, it also supports GLONASS. This drone also has optical flow with automatic switching, so if you're indoors you can fly it, and if you're outdoors it'll use both. It'll use both modes. It's dual mode outdoors. It also has a 3-axis camera gimbal and a 4K camera. There's a little bit of marketing at work on the camera. I'll talk about that in just a minute. According to the book, it has a range of 1,200 meters for control and 800 meters for imaging using 5G Wi-Fi on your phone. During post, I'll put the name of the app on the screen for you, but it's called HFun Plus. When I search for it, it looks like it's been renamed HFun Pro. It is available for iOS and Android. Regarding the batteries, it uses 3,400 milliamp hour 2-cell batteries for the drone, and it claims 28 minutes of flight time. We'll see about that. It also uses 4 AA batteries for the remote. Now regarding the camera, there are 2 cameras on this drone. One is forward looking, and that's a 4K camera. It uses a Sony IMX179 sensor. I did a little reading on this sensor, and the video resolution is only 2048 by 1080. It's not actually 4K on the video. It does transmit 1208 by 720 in SD format or 2048 by 1080 in HD format back to your screen. And it also supports photo resolution of 4096 by 3072. That's why they get away with calling it a 4K camera. You can see on the bottom, there's the optical flow camera. The book also says it supports a 50x digital zoom and a 32 gig SD card. According to the specs on the camera, the max frame rate is 30 frames per second. The downward looking camera is 1280 by 720 at 25 frames per second. Finally, regarding specifications, this drone has a couple of pretty cool flight modes, including follow me, waypoint, trajectory, loiter, low power, lost connection return to home, gesture, and 1 key return to home. The camera gimbal cover is not installed, but they do have one in the bag. I'll get to that in just a little bit. I do like the gunmetal gray finish. That's kind of cool looking. For me, it's better to have that color than black out in this Florida sun. Next, I'll just pop these arms open, and they lock very solid in place while they're extended. They do include a nice little gimbal cover to protect your camera too. On the port side of the drone, there's a slot for the SD card. 1 battery is already installed in the drone, and they slide out by pushing this latch down and pulling it out. There's also a power indicator. When you press the button, you turn the drone on and check the battery power by pressing that button and holding it. As I mentioned in the opening, this is a 3,400 milliamp hour 7.6 volt battery pack. Here's a look at the controller. It's got this nice little matte texture on the front that feels pretty good. The buttons feel okay. There's nothing to write home about. And of course the gimbal sticks aren't installed. Then on the back side, there's a couple of buttons. I think these are for controlling the gimbal. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure those are for gimbal movement. Finally, in the bag, there's a box with some parts. Looks like some spare propellers. Well, this is interesting. In the box, there's instruction manuals in German, Spanish, Japanese, English, Italian, and French, and a warning card for precautions on using the camera. Please remove the protective cover from the camera before starting the product. Inside the bag, there are some stick ends for the gimbals. They're kind of press fit, but they seem to go in better if you just kind of give them a little bit of a twist while you apply pressure. To mount your phone, you just extend the arms and these will slide up and down. These legs on the back are not antenna, they're just stands so you can set the controller down and not have it tip over. The last thing in the bag is a micro USB cable that connects to the back of the battery so you can charge it. I'm taking a look at the quick start guide and they say precaution. It starts out by talking about precautions for the camera. Please remove the protective cover. Don't touch the gimbal when starting the product. Turn on the power of the drone and then the power of the remote control. After the drone or the remote control is automatically synchronized and the light of the remote control changes from flashing to steady on after the frequency synchronization is successful. Looks like that's happened. Place the drone on the horizontal surface and press and hold figure 1, the instruction button for 5 seconds. Long press this key for 5 seconds. Looks like the camera button. Pick up the drone and press figure 2 to rotate 3 clockwise. Okay, so rotate the drone. Okay, there's a beep. Now you're supposed to turn it right side up and spin it again. There's another beep, and it looks like the lights are solid, so that should be complete at this point. All right, next up is a drone gyroscope and gimbal level calibration. Place the drone still on a horizontal surface and press and hold the remote control for 5 seconds to make a beep, as shown in the figure. The drone light changes from fast flashing to slow flashing. Okay, so we press and hold this one for 5 seconds. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Okay, I guess that calibrates the gimbal. Okay, to switch into optical flow mode, apparently you're supposed to hold the record button for 5 seconds. And we're seeing no satellites. After the switch is successful, the remote control will emit a beep. At this time, the drone will not have all GPS related function. One-click return, low power return, uncontrolled return. Pay attention to the flying height distance to avoid the drone. At this time, the throttle stick and the directional stick are pushed to the lower left corner and the lower right corner at the same time. Okay, I guess that arms it. Yep, that armed it. Yep. Okay, well, we got an arm out of the deal. Okay, drone and remote battery control placement and charging. Yeah, that's already in there. Drone, okay, know your remote app. Turn on the power of the drone, find the hotspot. Okay, we're finally going to get into the cool part. Okay, there's the drone. So we'll connect to that. If you need to use the mobile app to control the aircraft directly, you need to turn off the remote control before using it. The mobile phone is connected to the Wi-Fi hotspot on the drone and connected, and then you can open the mobile app and use it. Okay, so let's try and open the mobile app. I've already downloaded it. It's HFun Pro. Let's see what this looks like. And I'll lay this flat so you guys can see it. Okay, I've taken a quick little run through the software, and let me just give you an idea of what's going on. Across the top, you have a camera button that lets you select different modes. So you can pick either the front-facing camera or the down-facing camera, or you can actually go into a split-screen mode, so you can see the down-facing camera is hitting my desk, and the front-facing camera is also aimed at my desk. I'm doing that so you can see what's on the screen. And then you also have options to intermix what you have on your phone. So if your phone has a front-facing camera, you can also pull that in picture-in-picture. So that's kind of a cool little trick. And then you've got pan and tilt right here on the screen, so you can bring the pan and tilt up and down. You can also zoom by pinching, and then you can you can take a picture by pressing the camera button. You can start recording by pressing the record button. When you press this button, it brings up virtual gimbal, so you can control the drone by using the screen. The 50% button, I'm not sure exactly what that does yet. I'll have to look into that one. The bottom button looks like some kind of one-click takeoff, and then again, pan and tilt. And on the right-hand side are all your different flight modes. So you've got waypoint mode, and then the follow me mode, the automatic landing, the gesture mode, and then the loiter mode at the bottom. On the remote, you get an idea of Wi-Fi signal strength, the number of GPSs. The H and D stand for height and distance, what mode you're in, and your battery power levels. That wraps up my first look at the ZLL SG908 drone. At the end of this video, I'll attach some raw footage from the 4K recordings that I've done on the desk, just so you can get an idea of how good the video quality is on this drone. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new material hits the channel. I'd like to say thanks again to Banggood for sending this unit out for review. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy. Hey, if you like the work I do here on RC Video Reviews, please consider joining me on Patreon. For about the price of a cup of coffee, you can help me keep making videos just like this one. If you'd like to help out, there's a link in the description and on your screen.